Hey guys, it's Superstormers Wheels, and today I'm going to be doing a comparison between Hot Wheels and Maisto. So stick around.
Welcome to Storm Riders Wheels with your host, Master Lou.
Hey guys, so representing Hot Wheels is the 1932 Ford. This is number 6 out of 10 in the HW Flames. And representing Maisto is the 1934 Ford. So, it's not the exact date on both of them, but we got to the closest we could. So, let's go and crack these open and review them. So, let's start off with the 32 Ford representing Hot Wheels. As you can see, it is red with orange flames on the side. This is really realistic with all of the paint and the interior and everything. Even the engine looks real. The quality is really good and it's kind of heavy. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop open the Maisto and do a side-by-side comparison. And one thing that is really good with opening Maisto is they have a little tab on the back that makes it a little bit easier to open. The Maisto is black, and I can already feel that the body is plastic. So, it's already not as good quality. And as you can see, as it's coming around the back, the body and the base do not lay flush. So, the body is a little bit crooked. And the rims are just flat. They aren't indented like these. And the exhaust pipes are all going 4 into one little tiny spot. With this one, all 4 have their own area to come through. And then on the grill, this grill is slanted and this grill is straight up and down. Just looking at these, I would rather own this one than this one because of the color. This is just more bland. It's just plain out black instead of this one with red body and flames. So to me, the Hot Wheels is better for this model. And also looking at the bottom, you can see that little screw holding on to the front motor. And before we get into the functionality of the cars, I want to talk about the card art. So on the Hot Wheels card art, it shows what series it's from, what number it is in that series, and it also features the car with the Hot Wheels logo. But on the Maisto, it's pretty plain. It just says Fresh Meadow and the Maisto logo with just some random car. It's not the car that actually comes in the pack. It also says Fresh Metal, so that means that the body should be metal. So maybe I misspoke earlier. Actually feeling this more, it does feel like metal, but it's so thin that it felt like plastic. It's definitely not the Zamac material that they use for Hot Wheels because Hot Wheels are way thicker and heavier. So, let's get into the functionality of the cars. So let's test out how good it rolls. That rolls pretty well. Let's see this one. It's a lot louder for sure. And the wheels kind of grind as they're rolling. So, I think the Hot Wheels wins the racing. So let's test out the shocks. I know Hot Wheels does pretty good with the shocks. Yeah, a little bounce and a little bounce there. Let's test out the Maisto. Kind of just like jumps once. So I think the Hot Wheels wins the shocks too. And I already talked about the detail on the overall car, But let's get into the deeper detail. I can see the grill and the motor are connected. That's not all. It connects all the way to the interior and all the way back to the trunk area. So they use the interior for the whole car basically. And then there's even seats inside with detail on them and a steering wheel. You can barely see it in there, but they added that detail also. And then on the Maisto, the motor is just connected with one little screw on the front. And then the windows, you can't even see into the body. So I doubt they put any detail to the interior. And on the trunk, they both have the outline for the trunk. And this just is lopsided. It's straight out of the package. So Hot Wheels definitely wins the looks of the car. So let's crack these open and see what they're made of. So let's go ahead and get into the Maisto. We're going to look at the interior and the base and see what it's made of. And keep in mind, we bought both of these for $1 at the dollar store. So they're both the same price, and we're just seeing the craftsmanship of both of them. So holds on pretty well if you pick it up from the body. And these aren't even connected, like they just pop out like that. So nothing's really connected in here. There's actually no interior like I thought. Let's go ahead and try to pry out the windows. So, that was pretty hard to get out. And that's all it is right there. There's the body, and just looking at it, I would call the Maisto junk, really. Because once you take it apart, you can't really customize it and put it back together. So, I would just use this for spare parts.
You could actually use that motor on another car that you customize, right?
Yeah, except for they had to make the exhaust pipes lead all the way into one pipe. On both sides, too. And the wheels look almost like the Hot Wheels wheels, except they're flat. As you can see, if I do this, there's no indentation at all. And they don't feel that well made. They're really thin. And they just wobble around and everything. And they don't even stick to the base. If you put it in on the base, it doesn't even stick in. So it tilts it upside down and just falls out. But this would be awesome for spare parts if you really want spare parts. This is made out of a really thin, lightweight plastic. And for some reason, it has some, like, lines in the base. And then it also has the Maisto logo with just a couple details on the bottom. So it's going to move on to 32 Ford. Okay, so picking this up, doesn't fall apart at all. Get the base off the body. And the wheels actually stay in on this one. And they're pretty hard to get out. Then once you get it off of the base, the body comes off. And the windows come off really easily. And then, like I was saying earlier, the interior is all decked out in every detail they could add. Even has the stick shift right there.
So you have a stick shift and a steering wheel inside there?
Oh yeah, and then lines on the seats. Man.
Let's take a look at the seats. Look at that.
Man. They added so much detail to the lines on the seats, and I think that might be a substitute for a armrest on the sides.
So, and then the red piece that was on top, the blower, where is that at?
It's connected to the body.
Okay, you're out of the screen. The red piece that was on the blower is right there on the top.
Yeah, and then the rivets go all the way through the body, which on this, it connected to the body and then like kind of just broke off after it gets through the base. And the windows on this, if you compare them, you can actually see through the Hot Wheels windows, and it's really nice. So if you compare the windows on these two models, you can actually see through the Hot Wheels windows, and you can see the interior when you're looking at the car. But with this, it's just like so cheaply made, and
It's basically black plastic. Has it been painted, maybe?
possibly, like, feel that, Dad. Doesn't it just feel like junk?
Alright, so this appears to have been a clear piece of plastic that has a coat of spray paint on it. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
Yeah. Doesn't it feel so cheap?
It does. It's very thin. I don't know if y'all can hear this, but listen. That's how thin that plastic is. Let me do the same thing to this one.
Does not bend whatsoever.
Let's drop it. Yeah, there's a big difference in the sound.
Yeah, for sure. And then both of them have a hole in the top so they can stick in really well. But overall, I like the quality of the Hot Wheels better. And especially for the price. I mean, you're paying the same for one that's really nice for the other one to be really, really junky. Really, I would just use the Maisto for extra parts and the Hot Wheels to put on my showcase. Overall, for this model, Hot Wheels has my vote. Maisto is just junk to me. So, that's it for this video. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so there's upcoming videos. See you next video. Bye.
Thank you for watching Storm Riders Wheels. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell.